Trixie swiftly excused herself, leaving Jason in the elegant living room of Villamonte Mansion. She gestured towards the plush couch and said,
Please make yourself comfortable. I won't be long. You can ask the maids if you want something. I'll join you as soon as I can.
As Trixie disappeared into her study room, Jason took a moment to absorb the grandeur of his surroundings. The opulent living room, adorned with exquisite decor, felt like a world away from the high school struggles he had known. The aroma of luxury permeated the air, and Jason couldn't help but feel nervous and grateful for the turn his life had taken. With a nod to himself, he decided to explore the mansion a bit more. Meanwhile, outside the grand entrance of Villamonte Mansion, a sleek black high-end car pulled up, and a handsome young man in a designer suit, Levi, stepped out with a bouquet of flowers in hand. Levi, the sole heir to Pattinson Incorporated, was trying his best to woo Trixie. Though Trixie wasn't interested in him, she was willing to give it a shot, as the connections can be helpful in the highly competitive business environment. Levi confidently entered the mansion. The guards greeted him with respectful nods.
"Good day, gentlemen,"
Levi said to the guards.
"I'm here to see Trixie. Is she inside?"
The guards replied with a nod.
"Yes. You may proceed, Mr. Levi. Miss Monteverde is indeed inside."
With that confirmation, Levi continued his journey into the decadent halls of the Villamonte Mansion, the fragrance of fresh flowers trailing behind him. Once inside, he delicately placed the bouquet on a nearby table and settled onto the beautifully decorated sofa. Observing his surroundings, he was amazed at the intricate details of the grand living room. Turning his back, he was taken aback by Jason's shabby appearance, looking at the Monteverde family's portrait. Approaching Jason with a polite smile, Levi asked,
"Excuse me. I'm here for Trixie. If you could call upstairs and tell her I'm here, that would be great. Also, give me a cup of black coffee while you're at it."
Caught off guard, Jason momentarily froze, processing the unexpected request from this well-dressed guest. Clearing his throat, he responded,
Oh, sure. I can try to help. But, you see, I'm unfamiliar with the mansion. And Trixie mentioned she'd return after her urgent call. I'm not sure where to find her.
Jason hesitated momentarily, feeling a bit out of place in his worn-out clothes amidst the mansion's luxury. Nevertheless, he continued,
She did mention she'd be back soon. Maybe you can wait here?
As Jason scurried off to find someone to assist with the coffee and the call to Trixie, an air of disapproval settled around Levi. His displeasure was evident. Frowning at the perceived lack of attentiveness, Levi couldn't shake off the irritation caused by the other man's hesitant response. Levi coldly glared at Jason and stated,
"When addressing Miss Monteverde, it's customary to refer to her as Miss Monteverde. Please keep that in mind. And make sure my coffee is brought promptly."
Levi's demeanor, combined with the formality of his tone, created a momentary tension in the grand living room. The clash of social dynamics between the well-dressed visitor and the humble young man added an unexpected layer of complexity to the unfolding events within the Villamonte mansion. Feeling the weight of Levi's cold stares, Jason mustered the courage to explain.
Sir, I'm not one of the staff here. I'm new to this place and don't know my way around. I can't just ask someone to bring you coffee or call someone. I'm sorry for any confusion.
Sensing Jason's growing frustration, Levi maintained his stern demeanor.
"I understand you're new, but that doesn't excuse a lack of respect. It's imperative to uphold the proper etiquette within these walls. Now, kindly see to it that my requests are met promptly." Miss Monteverde expects a certain standard here.
Jason frowned, unaffected by the taunts. After all, it was his sister's place. And now, it was his. But the uncaring attitude made Levi snap angrily.
Fine. If you're not staff, then you must be an intruder. Guards!
Levi shouted.
There's an intruder inside. Get in here immediately. Beat him and throw him out. We can't allow trespassers here in the mansion.
Levi's voice cut through the grand living room with sharp urgency. But the guards outside ignored his commands. They knew that the only other people inside the mansion were its owners. Inside, the tension grew heavier by the second. Upstairs, Trixie ended her call, her attention drawn by the raised voices below. She swiftly descended the staircase, her eyes locking on Levi as she called out, her voice steady but demanding.
Levi? What's going on? Who do you want to beat and throw outside?
Her voice conveyed a hint of concern, a mix of curiosity and apprehension, as she sought to grasp the unfolding situation. Levi pointed towards Jason and explained furiously,
This man here, wearing shabby clothes. I found him inside, and he claims he's not a staff member. We can't have intruders wandering around. I instructed the guards to remove him.
The air became thick with tension. Jason remained calm and silent, while Levi grew even angrier. Standing amidst the escalating tension, Jason offered Trixie a warm smile. Breaking the silence, he greeted her.
Hello, sis. Are you done with the meeting on the phone?
Levi, his tone laced with intensity, swiftly interjected, dismissing the notion of any familial connection.
Now you're calling her sis? You must be dreaming. Trixie is the sole heir of the Monteverde family.
He asserted sharply. Trixie frowned.
Levi! Jason is my brother.
She explained coldly.
He's part of this family, and he has every right to be here.
The anger in her voice cut through the tension. As the revelation hung in the air, Trixie directed a question at Levi.
So, are you still planning to beat my brother and throw him outside the mansion?
The anger in her tone was quite evident. A sudden realization dawned on Levi. His confident demeanor faltered, and a nervous pallor spread across his face. The clash of worlds within the Villamonte mansion took an unexpected turn, leaving Levi on the defensive. Sensing the tension and seeking to restore harmony, Trixie turned to Levi, giving him a measured gaze.
Levi,
She began, her voice firm.
you've just offended the sole heir of the Monteverde family. I think it's only appropriate for you to ask Jason for his forgiveness.
Levi, now aware of the gravity of his mistake, stammered,
I didn't know. I apologize, Jason.
Jason nodded in acknowledgement, but Trixie wasn't done yet.
As a sign of sincerity and to make amends,
She continued, her tone unyielding.
I think you should apologize by giving something in return. It's only fair, considering the misunderstanding and disrespect he endured.
She must be joking. This demand is too arrogant for an unofficial heir.
Levi thought to himself, growing more nervous. He hesitated before reluctantly agreeing.
Sure. You can take my car, Mr. Monteverde.
He mumbled, realizing the consequences of his actions.
Your car?
Jason was flabbergasted.